With Halloween season approaching, I'd like to take a look at an urban legend from Northern Virginia, the story of the Bunnyman. The most famous telling of the Bunnyman story, which has made its rounds on the internet and social media sites in recent years, goes a little something like this. In 1904, inmates from an insane asylum in Clifton, Virginia were being transferred to Lorton Prison. During the transfer, one of the transports crashed, killing the driver and most of the inmates. 10 of the prisoners escaped and all were found except for one, Douglas J. Griffin, who would go on to become the infamous Bunnyman. While Griffin was on the loose, local residents began seeing skinned and partially eaten rabbits hanging from trees all along the railroad tracks near the Colchester Overpass, better known today as the Bunnyman Bridge. During a search of the area, the remains of another escaped inmate named Marcus Walster was found. Walster's corpse was mutilated in a manner similar to the rabbits. Griffin, who was originally institutionalized for murdering his family on Easter Sunday, was located by the police finally at the Colchester Overpass. Before he could be apprehended, however, he was hit by an oncoming train. The police on the scene reported hearing Griffin's laughter after he was killed. The Bunnyman legend has survived through the decades. The Bunnyman has been blamed for everything from mutilated cats to the murder of small children. Unfortunately for ghost story enthusiasts, the legend is full of holes. To begin with, there was never an insane asylum in Clifton, Virginia. Secondly, Lorton Prison was not constructed until 1910. And third, Lorton Prison is used to house inmates from Washington, D.C., not Fairfax County, Virginia. There's other inconsistencies in the tale that we could examine, but those three will suffice. However, there is a grain of truth to the Bunnyman story, like most urban legends. In October 1970, a deranged young man dressed in a rabbit costume began threatening people with an axe. With the Halloween season approaching, a crazed rabbit man went on a vendetta against perceived trespassers. On October 22, 1970, the Washington Post reported the Bunnyman's first appearance. Air Force Cadet Robert Bennett and his fiancée were sitting in his car after midnight when a man dressed in a white bunny costume emerged from the bushes. He accused the couple of trespassing and then threw a hatchet through the car's windshield and scurried off into the woods. Luckily, the pair were not harmed in the attack. Newspaper outlets reported a second Bunnyman encounter on Halloween 1970. This time, an axe-wielding man in a rabbit costume was seen chopping at the roof supports of a house under construction. A private security guard approached the rabbit man and was accused of trespassing. The rabbit man threatened to chop his head off if he came any closer. However, the bunny ended up retreating into the woods after the security guard went into his vehicle and retrieved a firearm. The Bunnyman was never apprehended by the police, and for this reason, the legend really took off. From a strange man dressed in a rabbit costume, who was probably mentally ill and probably very upset over runaway development in the area, the story morphed into a criminally insane serial killer from the 1900s. Today, the Colchester Overpass, better known as Bunnyman Bridge, is an attraction for road trippers and paranormal enthusiasts. If you decide to visit, though, beware, not of the Bunnyman, but of police who set up checkpoints during the Halloween season and turn away non-residents.